Royal Enfield is the world's longest in production motorcycle manufacturing company. We use HyperWorks extensively for pre and post processing finite element models, for doing structural analyses. In terms of solver technology, we use OptiStruct for implicit analysis and Radios for explicit analysis. We decided to look at high performance computing because using our workstation technology, the runtimes were extremely long for very complex dynamic events, and this was severely hampering our ability to improve and influence the design of the motorcycle. So we went through quite a long process of trying to understand, what would be the best solution in terms of what the hardware providers could provide and what would be the management overhead and so forth for our IT department. And when we looked at the Altair appliance, we realised a lot of those issues would go completely because it's managed by Altair. There's very little day-to-day interaction for our IT department, so they really think it's great. And as far as our users are concerned, they're logging on to a web browser to submit jobs and review the progress, and that's just the same as if you were looking at a monitor on your own workstation. So for them, it's not a big leap at all. It's very good. Another advantage of the HyperWorks appliance is having unlimited tokens. So it means that we don't really have to worry about have we got enough tokens to run a particular analysis or concurrent analyses and so forth. We can just set the jobs off and just set them to run. In other codes, you would have to keep waiting for the license all the time, but because we've got that flexibility with the licensing system, it means that we get a much better throughput and productivity. Before, it was taking 2 or 3 or 4 days to do one run, and now we can do multiple runs per day. That means that we can much more effectively influence the design of the motorcycle. The first prototype will be correct. That then cuts an enormous amount of time out of the development cycle. It's not necessarily just looking at the delta time that you've changed the run time. It's what you don't have to do because you've got a better design to start with. And that can literally save months rather than days or hours. The installation process was extremely smooth. The equipment was delivered on site as promised. The team from Altair came in a day or so later, and within 2 days we were up and running, and everybody was trained in that process in that 2-day period as well. And we're really looking forward to increasing our utilisation of the hardware by doing very much more complex analysis, looking at things in much more detail, being able to do things that we weren't able to do before in simulation terms. Hopefully this will then lead on to improved product quality, reduced time to market, improved development process time. Based on the process that we went through and the smoothness with which everything progressed, I would strongly recommend that other companies look at Altair's solutions.